What is up, guys? My name is Kameding, and today I'm answering a very good question. What is the best Unturned 3.0 map in the game? Now this question is very opinion based. There are 8 maps in the game, 5 official maps, and 3 curated maps. Now I'm going to be going over all these maps. I'm not going to be going over the limited time curated maps. So if you're watching this right now, Ireland, which is in the game right now, won't be in the game coming in a few weeks. So I'm not going to be talking about that because it's not an actual standard map in the game. So let's go over all of this. I'm going to be presenting all facts about every single map, showing you guys the map in general, talking about every single one, and hopefully you guys can pick what your favorite map is. So right now there's a poll in the top right. Choose what your favorite map is. At the end of the video, I want you to choose again. Let's see if any of your guys' answers change, because many people don't have the common knowledge of every single map. So let's get right into this. First off, Unturned 3.0 was created in late September 2014. And the first map known to be was called PEI. I'm sure all of you guys know this map. This is the Unturned 3.0 map. This is what started it all. Now we're not going to be talking about arena maps, but PEI does have a lot of variants like PEI Arena, Festive PEI, Halloween PEI, Space PEI, but that's just a bunch of variants that it has. But PEI is a large island with small islands all around it. It is considered a medium-sized map. There is 17 listed locations on the map. It is a pretty hilly map, so it can be sometimes hard to find the exact base location that you really want. And with there being more than one military location, such as Summerside Military Base, but we also have Confederation Bridge, which is a military spawn. We do have O'Leary Prison, which is a ranger spawn, and many cities and farms. This is actually a very nice and very fun map, and once again was the first map added into the game. Then about a year passed by, and then we go on to August 14th, 2015. This is when Yukon comes out, the snowy environmental survival map. This is also considered a medium-sized map, and this only has 8 listed locations. It's basically a blizzardy location that has blizzards rolling in, and there's a bunch of snow. It can kill you because of temperatures. You need campfires to be able to survive. You need clothes to be able to survive. It's focused more on the environmental aspect than on the combat aspect. Now on this map, there isn't really any military locations, so it's a lot harder to find military guns and just weapons in general. And this is when the makeshift items really come into play and really turn Unturned 3.0 into the most environmental survival aspect map that there is on the game. Then about 1 month later, Nelson decides a third map. This is known as Washington, the PvP map that everyone knows, everyone loves, because it's one of the most popular maps on the server list. This was put out on September 18th, 2015. It is a medium-sized map, and it has 16 listed locations. If you care to know, this only has one military base known as Olympia Military Base on the west side of the map. This creates for a lot of PvP action because most of the weapons, most of the high tier loot is in one central location. Also, with a big town known as Seattle in the middle of the map, it really causes a lot of combat. So if you're looking for that combat, looking for that player versus player action, Washington might be the one. And Washington is probably the most popular creative server. Creative is when you can spawn in any weapon you want. This is what's most popular, Washington, because it's just so centralized with Seattle and military base, both being right next to each other, the big city and the one military base. It has some good action, boys. Now we don't see any map change for another full year. These 3 maps are the maps that are staying in the game. But then on August 19th, 2016, we got a brand new map known as Russia. Now this was the first collaborated map, so it wasn't just with Nelson, it was with Games Too Much, Sketches, Reigns Too Much, Mookie Too Much, and some other workshop developers. Now Russia is the first large map in the game and has 23 listed locations. And this map is known as the survival map. A lot of vanilla servers, survival servers are based on this Russia map because it's just really nice to have. It's also the first map to have NPCs known as the Liberator in the very south side of the map. A little fun fact on this, it is the only map that has no berry bushes. So a little advice, if you do like berries, maybe this map isn't suitable for you. And it's also the first map not solely developed by Nelson. This map is also known as a very progressive map. Everyone starts on the south with the campgrounds and the farms and move up north where the military locations and the cities all are. Farms and campgrounds at south, cities in the middle, and military bases up north. We have Volk military base, which is the main military base, and if you get control of that, you have control of almost the whole server because there's a lot of loot there. But there's still many other places you can go to find loot, such as Krovy Estate, Moscow, which is the big city in the middle, and we have Kuryev on the very west side of the map, and this is where you can get metal very easily with that pickaxe, and you can finally make those easy metal bases. Russia really changed Unturned 3.0 into a really expanded survival atmosphere. And then about half a year later, we get a brand new map once again known as Hawaii. And this is actually the first map that Nelson had no contribution to. Of course, he probably looked into it, but he didn't really make the map. This is the first curated map in Unturned 3. This map was solely created by Games Too Much, Spyjack, Reigns Too Much, and Mookie Too Much. And if you don't know, they added a mystery box known as Hawaii Map Mystery Box, where if you buy that, you get Hawaii themed clothing and item cosmetics, and all the profit goes to the creators of the map. Now, a lot of people like Hawaii because it is a very bright map. It's the brightest map out of any other map in Unturned. With that bright grass, those beautiful flowers that sprout up, and everything just seems so much more colorful, it brings the dull-like Unturned into a nice, happy feeling. And for some reason, a lot of people enjoy that. Now we have a couple good locations here. Once again, a progressive map like Russia, where the farms are in the south, towns in the middle, and up north is where you get into some good stuff. We have Mauna Kea, which is a volcano that has some military locations and a little Scorpion 7 outpost in the middle of that volcano. But also northeast of the map, we have Alaika Base. Alaika Base is the military base, and this is where you can find all your military and also known as coalition weapons and gear to really get you ahead of all your competitions. And now also why a lot of people like Hawaii, there's so much different things to look into, so many caves that are hidden, actually a huge cave system, and it's just so much things to explore, look at, enjoy, and it just brings the environment into more of a peaceful place and actually does dampen the PvP aspect. I've actually tested this on certain maps. Hawaii was actually one of the fewest KOSing maps. I'm guessing because of that bright atmosphere, it really brings the tone of death quite far down. And then about 5 months later, we have a brand new map coming out known as Germany on July 7th, 2017. This was solely made by Nelson and is an official map in Unturned 3. This is also known as a large map and probably one of the biggest land masses in the game of all maps because there's no water surrounding it. Like all other maps you see, it's basically an island. Well, in Germany, all borders are land. There is no water except some lakes running through the whole map. Now, Germany is also a very good survival map that I see a lot of vanilla servers hopping into because it is pretty good and pretty well balanced. And the environment has a large focus on vertical terrain, meaning there's a lot of steep mountains, sometimes making it very hard to find a good base location, but trust me, it is possible, boys. The main military base is on the very west side of the map, and it's called Schwarzwald. I think that's how you say it, Schwarzwald military base? That's on the very east of the map. We also have a beautiful castle known as the Neuschwanstein Castle. We have Berlin, the main city in the middle of the map. We have a beautiful limestone quarry where you can get a lot of metal in the very north. We have an aerospace defense complex. We have also a lot of farms, a lot of campgrounds, a beautiful dead zone called Cologne, I don't know exactly how to spell that, but essentially it's also a very good progressive map and everyone seems to really love this, boys. And also about 5 months later, on December 24th, 2017, Greece is the next one to come out. Also a curated map, meaning Nelson had no part of this. This is a map created by, once again, Games Too Much, Mookie Too Much, and Spyjack. And also does have a Greece map mystery box, which has Greece themed cosmetics, and all profits go to the creators of the map. This is also known as a large map, and as you can tell on the screen of the map, it also has a pretty giant landmass, maybe not as much as Germany, but still very, very giant. Now, since Greece is one of the newest maps added into the game, a lot of people haven't tried this map out, but it is quite fun. So I suggest maybe hopping into a server with it on and trying it out. It is a very fun server, and I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of fun. As you can see, also a very progressive map. These newer maps have been pretty progressive, where you start at the campgrounds, you move up to the towns, and move up to the military bases. I think the progressive outline of the map really changes the game into more of a survival feel than that PvP feel like Washington and PEI has. We have a main town in the middde known as Farsala, and we have a place called Meteora Military Base. I'm not good at pronouncing things, so I am sorry, but that is in the northwest of the map, and there's not really much to say about this map, honestly. It's just really not known very much, so I do suggest checking this one out. There's also a mine in the very southwest of the map where you can get a lot of metal. Just check this out, boys. It's actually a quite fun map, and I really don't see it played that much. And now, about 2 months later, the brand new map into the game is known as Cyprus Survival, February 16, 2018. Also a created map. Nelson had no part of this. Games Too Much, Mookie Too Much, and Spyjack created this. Now, this is a medium-sized map, and honestly, this is basically a smaller Greece. I'm not sure exactly even what this really is. I guess you'd say a PEI version of Greece. It's Greece on a smaller scale with no progression. The military base known as Agros Military Base is in the very middle of the map. Right next to it is an airport, and right next to the military base, just to the west of it, we have Paphos, which is basically one of the biggest towns. But there's also Salamis in the very southeast side of the map, which I don't know exactly what one's bigger. They're very, very alike. And this map is just weird and strange. I've literally seen no one ever play this map. I don't even know why it's in the game in the first place. Literally no one plays this. I haven't even played it. I'm not gonna even lie. I've never played this map. Cyprus Survival. Hey, maybe I'll give it a shot. I don't even know. But this PEI version Greece looks like a lot of fun. And the newest map in the game right now, Ireland, like I already said at the beginning of the video, is a curated limited time mode map, and is gonna be ending in the end of May. Just a couple more weeks until that's already back in the workshop. There's no use in talking about that, boys, because in a couple of weeks, no one will be playing it ever, because workshop maps are pretty dead. But I might be making a workshop map video in the near future. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little map setup of all 8 maps in the game of Unturned, giving you guys a grasp of what Unturned really has to offer. So now in the top right, you'll see a poll right now. Vote again. I want to see if any of you guys have changed your opinion. Maybe you like Washington because of that PvP atmosphere. Or maybe you like Russia or Germany because of that survival aspect. Or Yukon because of that temperature snowy aspect. Maybe Hawaii because of how bright it is and how much there is to explore. I don't know. Let me know right now in the polls, and also comment down below which map you like and why it is your favorite map. I always love seeing that. Like the video if you enjoy, subscribe if you are new, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. I love you guys so much. We're almost at that 10,000 sub count, and I really appreciate it, boys. I love you guys all, and I never take you for granted. I'll see you guys later, boys. Bye.